Congress just wrapped a busy session. Lawmakers will be enjoying the holiday break before returning to the U.S. Capitol in the new year. I'm joined now by Congresswoman Sara Jacobs, who represents the 51st District. How are we doing today?
That's right. I'm great. How are you?
Good. I want to start with abortion. This is a topic that's very important to you. You've even been arrested for it. The House, the Senate, and obviously the Oval Office, all controlled by the Republicans. So how will the Democrats tackle this issue?
Look, I'm very concerned about what this means for reproductive rights for people across this country. As a young woman myself, these issues are deeply personal to me because reproductive health care is my health care, and I know that's true for so many other people. And so I think what we're going to try and do is push back against the most harmful things, try and work with those folks across the aisle who have said that they are pro-abortion, and make sure that we can try and protect against things like a federal abortion ban, things like database of pregnancies and miscarriages that they've talked about in Project 2025, while also working to protect, like here in California, the protections that the state has put in place for people seeking abortions and those providing them from California, but also from other states.
I want to ask you, I know the potential for the government shutdown is over. You just got back from D.C. You've been very outspoken on your frustrations with Elon Musk being able to tweet and having that shift how Congress moves. I do want to ask you, are there any benefits to someone in power of influence like an Elon Musk being able to have a tweet that does get the attention of Congress?
You know, what concerns me about Elon Musk is that no one elected him, and he has none of the same sort of structures and transparency requirements that those of us who were elected have, right? He doesn't have to disclose his assets. He doesn't have to disclose any conflicts of interest like those of us who are elected into office have to do. And so what concerns me is that he's tweeting these things, and we don't know what about his personal interests might be impacted. For instance, we know that one of the things he specifically asked to take out of the bipartisan spending deal was this provision that allowed, or that created new rules and oversight over what outbound investments go from the United States into China. We know that would have really impacted his business, and that's one of the things he was able to get out. And so what worries me is not that someone has the power to get Congress's attention. Every American should have the power to get Congress's attention, but that there's no oversight, there's no accountability, there's no transparency over the role that he's playing.
And we have about 30 seconds here. You don't have a vote on President-elect Trump's cabinet picks, but are there any people that you would actually be in support of in any of those rules?
You know, it's hard to know because given that I'm not a senator, I haven't seen all of the FBI briefings, all of the background material that you get. But I think there are some, like Marco Rubio, who I disagree with on policy, but I think, you know, for a Republican administration is a fine choice for Secretary of State.
All right, Sara Jacobs, we appreciate you being with us. Thanks so much. We will be right back.